The guy looks like a devil though. Either I never looted this room, or some of the stuff has refreshed, which I would love it if it has.
You are a coward.
Okay.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
How can they tell
Growing
straight away?
Tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
He's the leader of the Brightwood Guard
Leave him,
thing.
Jonathan.
How can you tell straight away that I'm a vampire?
This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Maybe because of the face?
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Tell me, my friend, what is going on?
What happened?
The
Hail is you.
hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least
What, really?
one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss
Oh,
Harriet
okay.
Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
They will not attack. I can't really guarantee that, can I? They're not far wrong. They aren't.
Well, they are not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
We're crossing him. The thing is, he's one of the pillars, is he not? He's the pillar. Is that going to be a good idea? About this one. Okay, wait, can I, is there anything else I can talk to him about?
If you don't...
Oh, okay, fuck, there's so many things to answer.
Who was that man in your office?
Jeffrey McCallum.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Prewen would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
What do they hope to...
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country.
Knight underscore
They see you
PHP has
as
joined
a
the
threat
grill.
to mankind, Jonathan.
Hey, Mr. Knight PHP, thanks so much for the follow, man. Welcome to the grill. How did you find the stream? And have you played this vampire game before? Maybe you've just seen it.
What exactly happened
Thanks for that follow,
while
man.
I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently as it happened. Lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Tell me you hit that follow goal today as well, man. Very, very much appreciated.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
Oh, there was blood everywhere, but no body. And you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
Although at the same time I can understand if you don't want to talk, so it's all good if you don't want to. Not everyone likes to chat.
How did the guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCallum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's streets are overflowing with them these days.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've no idea what this creature really is.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Thank you, Edgar.
What's this quest? Someone has one.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Just love to get onto that scaffolding, and I think I could like fucking serve them or something. Where is it? Where is it? Gotta be this one. Left or something. Be at the front.
Good evening. Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
So I could get a choice. To either give it to him or his mum.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Be interested.
How painful is your throat, Mr.
So painful, I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
So, nothing else.
I have to go now.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Your son wished to die,
Oh.
Beatrice.
I've done that, yeah.
Why
sure.
did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal.
Isn't that kind of ridiculous? If you try to attempt
Consequences, Mrs.
suicide,
Boswick.
you'll go to jail.
But
It's
don't
like,
you
what if you just
realize
succeed?
your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
I didn't realize suicide was illegal. Like, why would they make it? Like, I get it, but it's like, it makes it sound like the government controls your life at that point. They
What
make
can
it
you
illegal.
tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a disgrace.
I can sort of see what.
How
It's
on
like,
earth
what?
can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
It's not really something you could make illegal.
Goodbye, Miss.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. Will this
Good-
shift never end?
Please.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people
The mercy
fighting.
of the penalty
All of a
for
sudden,
suicide was death.
It went quiet.
Wouldn't you fucking
And then
want
the
that?
nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Good.
There's
Always knew the
Hawkins.
words to calm the children, Ellen.
Hawkins'
Good
grandma.
evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Fair.
Can you tell me anything?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Maybe I did, you sons of bitches, and I'm here to fucking
Goodbye.
kill you. Wait, was that the quest? No, it's still there. Oh, new Lady Ash. Oh.
I'm quite busy.
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Would the usual procedure fix it or not? Question.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I think they're one of the first two.
I really hope you're right about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with...
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
What do you think of Dr. Tippett's opinion of your promotion, Waverley?
Tippett is a good practitioner. Maybe just a little too attached to his prestigious position at the Pembroke Hospital.
Really? That's exactly his diagnosis of you.
A little too eager to get promoted? A little bit too proud?
He has the right to think so. But I deserve this promotion, and I don't consider it anything but well earned.
What can you tell?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
I mean, you're already in your PJs, Pummel, so you're halfway there. An hour left. You can do this. You can
Thank
pull
you.
through. Just an hour. Like, I was going to say something and I've totally forgotten it now. That guy's interesting. But I can't tell whether he's just very full of himself or not. Hello, milady.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood.
See, this girl's very pretty, in my opinion. She's
Is
just
there
crazy.
anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
Miss Hawkins. And she's
Good
pretty
evening,
too.
Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid.
I quite like this game
Death
though.
has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this
What happened to her
hospital,
eyes?
it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
The girl from before?
Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed.
I don't know, I'll talk in a sec.
I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Goodbye.
You mean the girl out here, yeah? The Thelma Howcroft girl, that girl, yeah?
Good evening.
I have
Miss
no idea.
Burgermeat.
They've
Good
just always
evening,
been like that, her eyes. So, not a clue.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did
This
you see
girl?
all this?
No, I was working
I
by
mean,
the
but
tent
maybe it's
when it all
just because she's
happened.
older.
I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
I mean, to be fair, most of the female characters of this game seem to be around about my age, so...
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but... well, maybe it was him.
I'm 25. 25.
Goodbye.
25. How old do you think I am? For anyone asks, no,
Good
I was not
evening,
born in
Mr.
72.
Can you tell me anything?
Someone said that
about
before.
recent events
That was
at the
fucking
hospital?
funny.
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers.
Almost
coming
50
from the
years
stairs.
old.
2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Doesn't time for my quarter-life crisis. Look, Pummel, I already have no hair.
Goodbye.
I don't think I could stress anymore if I tried.
What on earth happened here?
Doesn't seem that bloody. Ooh, she's pretty. My quarter-life crisis is no hair. So... Ashbury, you beautiful lady. Look at you, Mass. You staring at the blood for? You gonna lick it up off the floor, are you? Are you gonna lick it up off the floor?
Good evening.
Doctor,
Can you tell me anything about...
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to...
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton?
It's not your fault. You...
Yeah, okay,
Goodbye,
nothing to
Doctor.
say. Might just start skipping some dialogue if I don't deem it important. I think maybe I played too much today. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's still pretty close though. Plus, the beard does hide a little bit, so can't exactly blame you. Hey, maybe Mr. Clay Cox has seen something. Hey, Doc, what's up, mate?
What can you...
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
What the fuck? Such a weirdo. Where did Mr. Milton go? I don't know. Talk to Miss Ash. Beautiful woman.
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Everything dies! Can we share this meal? That would not go down well, dude.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Why does she want me so bad? She must know something I don't, like I'm some chosen one or something. Why is she like so in love with me? I don't get it.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me?
She's the main character. That's true, and Dr. Jonathan Reed's pretty fucking sexy. She would totally share a meal with you. Well, she's a vampire as well, so maybe she probably would. 6-piece McNugget meal, let's go.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon
Also, what's up, Bug? How you going today?
Are the most
Hope you're doing well.
powerful vampires in Britain and exert
Or should I say no?
tremendous
It would be.
influence.
What time would it be for
Take
you?
my
Fuck, I
advice
don't even
and
know.
stay well
Late.
away.
I mean, that was a pretty good guess for my age, though, Pummel. Like, it's around about there, so close enough.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
Would you share a meal with this lady, though? Almost 3 in the morning? Yeah, okay. I thought it might have been late. I was like, wait a minute. It's either early morning or it's late as fuck. Going to bed soon? Probably not, right?
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Why are we talking about vampire shit right in the middle of the hospital? That does not seem like a good idea. I don't get it.
The hand of God in action.
Maybe.
Repellent unto heaven.
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Is that maybe to the sharing a meal with her, or is that a maybe to the not going to bed anytime soon?
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid
Maybe
symbols
both.
of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour.
She's a redhead.
Frankly,
She is very,
I'm
very
starving.
good looking. As Pummel pointed out earlier, I think I found almost every girl in this game to be attractive. I
surrounds
said, yep,
us.
they all look pretty good to me.
Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
And she's supposed to be 27. She looks older though because of the outfit and the hair tied back, as Mr. Fish pointed out earlier, but...
Thank you, my lady.
Well, let's see Pummel. Maybe not the... Actually, she's not too bad considering the age. He's not a very good looking dude. He looks okay. He looks like a really, he looks more like an ugly version of Superman, so no. This guy, no, not really. This guy's... I don't know, I'm not going to comment on that one. She's pretty good looking. Clay, I don't know, he's not bad. He's a good looking dude. Mr. Swansea. Adana, Rakesh. Well, sure. We'll say he is. He's not too bad. He's pretty good looking. Hawkins is pretty good looking. Hooks is not too bad. Well, Tippets is too old for me to comment on, and so is Brannigan, so... And these two, I don't know. Like, they look like very much pretty boys, so we'll say that they are. Sean looks like fisherman, like a fisherman. Put a beanie on him and he's a fisherman. This guy, not really. Tom, he's okay. And this Sabrina is definitely. Darby, not too bad. He's a pretty good looking dude. Yes, hot. I don't know. I guess so. He's not too bad looking. He's just like a young pretty boy look, so I guess so. Lewis, Mr. Lewis, no. He's too old. I can't really comment on him, so I'm gonna say no. No, she looks too prissy. Yeah, Miss Crane's pretty good looking. He's alright. Again, like, he's young, so pretty boy look. No, not really, Mr. Bates. Nithicott, or I don't know. He's a little bit younger, maybe. They just like prissy rich girls. I think it's the hair for me, and the pearl necklace. So yeah, maybe. He's old, so I can't really comment. Yeah, she's good looking, and she's good looking too. So. I think it's the look though. Like, if she maybe had like a different outfit on, maybe be like, yeah, okay. It's probably the outfit more than anything. So, where's his place? Down there. She's probably high maintenance. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good evening. Good evening.
What can he trade me? Built-in shotgun. Handle, common trigger. Expensive. Should I buy his shotgun? Kind of fat though. Expensive, but am I gonna spend money on anything? Maybe. Let's go down to this side quest. The Goswick place. Get up there at all? No. But so far, yeah, all the ladies are quite pretty. I mean...
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district.
I would say so.
I must be more careful.
Get in there.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Fear no evil. Forget this man. Eat that, mate.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh.
The beast must die. The leech is full.
What's going on here? Hey yo, how's it going, man? What's up, Mr. Tram? How you doing today, buddy? I'm good. I got the weekend off, man, so I'm pretty... I'm as happy as one could be. How about you today, man? How's 7 Days to Die? How's your base coming along? Who else is here? We rob you. All your belongings now that you're dead. Welcome back, Mr. Whoop. Found out my dad. Leave you sad with the dude between all the time was reckless. I mean, is he young-ish? Weekend off? Pog champ, dude. Big Pog champs. We're throwing Pog champs right now. Is he like an at-risk kind of person? Base is done. We're playing New World. How is New World? I saw you playing it. All I just saw was like musketeer-looking people, and that was about it. Anybody's... what? I'm not familiar with that word. Say high-risk guy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Shit. Well, that's not good than him being high risk. Some people don't care, though. They just aren't